why are you pushing for speed cameras, and what approach are you going to use if you can install them?
We're pushing for speed cameras because we want to keep our 50,000 students safe when they go to school and keep
Who's been
folks
complaining?
in neighborhoods. Who hasn't been complaining? If you live in a neighborhood, you've complained about speed, and the fact is we don't have enough police officers to be everywhere. I think we've got a really reasonable approach. The approach is that they will be in school zones only. It will be a $40 ticket, which is a little less than in the District of Columbia, I might add. It is only if you're going 12 miles over the speed limit. They will be well signed, but we will not have fixed points. We will have mobile vans. We'll start with 2 and probably keep with 2. And so we want to create a culture where people slow down. And, I've heard a lot of complaints, but, people have concerns about it. But you know what? 12 miles over in front of a school, I think that sounds reasonable.
If you have questions, Kim, you're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm a resident of Howard County. I actually live in the southeastern part of the county in Laurel. And the city of Laurel, which the portion of the city of Laurel, which is not in Howard County, has implemented these speed cameras in school zones, but they're still active even outside of school hours. And I myself have not received a ticket, but I do know people who have gotten tickets in off-peak hours. And it just seems, again, this is another method for local governments, be it county, state, or federal for that matter, to try and nickel and dime the citizens out of just a few bucks at every instance. Now, D.C., obviously way more egregious in the amount that they charge for red light cameras and speed cameras and such. But in Howard County, I live here. I'm a lifelong resident. I have never heard of any child or any person being injured, ran over the school zone, and I just would like to get the county executive.
Here is Ken Ulman.
Great. Well, thank you. And what I would suggest is through the legislative process next month, you're going to hear lots of stories of significant injuries in school zones. And I can tell you that, frankly, I lost one of my close friends when I was a student at Centennial High School who was killed on her way to Centennial High School on Centennial Lane by a truck that came over the hill and plowed into her and 2 other friends who were all sent to shock trauma. So there are lots of stories in school zones, and frankly, 12 miles an hour, I believe, is reasonable. I will tell you regarding the hours, it'll be 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. The reason, and that is under the state law, Monday through Friday, no weekends. But after a school lets out, there are lots of school activities, sporting events, and others. And so, look, that's our introduction. There's a legislative process before the council, and it's why we have a great democracy that people get to disagree.
Thank you for your call.